gameplay is simple and easy to follow along with. I will explain it as we play it instead of just saying them up front. So I'll go ahead and talk through it as we play. And the very first step you do is you take the 2 character dice and roll them. We roll our 2 character dice and we have a 2 and a 4, and now we will place them. We have rolled a 2 and a 4, and now we'll place them, and the order you place them matters because there are instants that can happen which are not mandatory, and then effects that do have to happen. And what we're trying to do is make a combo, either 2 check marks or 2 stars, and we want to avoid the warning triangles because those will alert the guard. If I put the 2 here on Strazelsier, I can take the instant that says wound both characters and then subtract 1 from this die, which would make it a star. And over here we have a star also. I could put the 4 here, put the 2 here, take the instant, but then we'll wound both of us, but then we'll have 1 die on a star, the other on a star, and that'll give us a combo of both stars. And if I take both stars here with the Escape the Brig scenario, you can see that it allows me to advance forward in the tunnel 1 space, or I could take the pick. But again, I'd have to take a wound on each character, and this is the very beginning. Not really sure I want to take a wound. If I manage to get 2 green check marks, I can advance forward in the tunnel 1 space, and then I have to do a skill check, which I'll show you how those work when I get to that point. Or I could distract the guard and send him back 1 space. And then if we get the 2 warning triangles or danger symbols, we alert the guard and the guard will move forward 1 space. I also have to keep in mind, anytime I use an instant, I have to do a skill check and may take a wound. If I fail the skill check, then one of our characters will have to take a wound, or I can choose to alert the guard and not take the skill check and have the chance of taking a wound. So depending on where I place the dice, I have a lot of choices to work from. And over here we have the energy that we can use for special abilities, and I'll go over the special abilities that the characters have, or the special actions, so you know what we also have in play with them. Inzel May, her special action, if she spends 1 of the energy, she can heal 1 of the wounds to either character. Strazelsier, he can use 1 of the energy to combine both dice to use the sum of them. So if I wanted to add that 2 and 4 together to make a 6, I could, and then I would re-roll the other die. Since I have 2 energy still available, and Inzel May can do a healing action, I'm going to go ahead and play aggressive. Place the 4 here to get the star. Place the 2 there, and then I'm going to activate the instant, and I will take a wound to both characters, and then subtract 1 from this die. So both characters will take a wound. I'll subtract 1 from this die, and since I used an instant, I have to do a skill check or alert the guard and let him move forward 1 space. So I can show you how the game works, and I don't want to move the guard forward yet. I'll go ahead and do the skill check instead of alerting the guard, so you roll the 2 skills dice. With these 2 particular characters, I want to avoid a 6, because a 6 means I'm automatically going to fail, and I'll show you why after we do the skill check roll, and hopefully I don't get a 6. And we got a 5 and a 3. Once again, I'll place these 2 dice 1 at a time, and I have to make sure that they both fall in the skill check area. And if you see on Inzel May here, this blue bar along the left that ranges between 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is her skill check area. And with Strazelsier, his starts at 3 and goes to 4 and 5. And neither one of them have a 6 available in the skill check area, so if I rolled a 6, then I'm automatically going to fail. So what I would do is I would say the 3 would come over here, and that falls within Inzel May's area, and the 5 falls within Strazelsier's area, which means I successfully made that skill check because both dice were able to be placed in a skill check area. Now that the skill check is completed, before the end of the turn we check for combos, and we have a star on each die, so we have made the double star combo. And with that combo I can advance forward in the tunnel one space or take the pick. In this case I'm going to advance forward one space since I've already taken a wound. Now if I were to take the pick, it would open up this space where a star and a check mark would allow me to advance forward one space, but you have to do a skill check and it's 2 wounds if you fail. Or you could just drop the pick. So now that I'm already taking a wound each, I don't want to have that pick to where I'd have to do a skill check with the possibility of taking 2 wounds. And that would be the end of the turn. And when a combo is achieved, both dice are taken off of the character area and re-rolled to start the next turn. And now we have a 1 and a 5. We definitely don't want to place the 1 here because that's going to cause the guard to be alerted because that's a double danger. So definitely want to place the 1 over here on that star and the 5 over here on the green check mark. Now that doesn't give us a combo. If we had the pick it would give us a combo, but again we'd have to make that skill check and possibly take 2 wounds to a character, which would kill one or put the other one down to just 1 health. When you don't make a combo, as is this case, you have to take one of the dice back. So you will take one of the character dice back to re-roll. Whichever one you do not take gets reduced by 1. And in this case, again, we have almost no good choice here because if I take this one back, this 1 would be reduced below 1. If you have to reduce a die below 1, it automatically alerts the guard and he would move forward 1 space. So I will take this dice back. That would reduce this 5 to a 4, which is still on a star. So if I get lucky, and when I re-roll this one and get a 1, we'll get another star. A 1 would be nice. And we got a 5, so no luck there. And now since we're only rolling 1 die and only 1 character is open, that 5 has to go on that character card. So the 5 will go here, and we have the instant. We could use it to re-roll. If you roll a 5, minus 3 to that die, then it would go down to a 2. But I think what I'll do is I'll take this die back instead, because the instants are optional. I'll take this one back, which will reduce this down to a 4 and put us on a green check mark. And now a 5 and a 6 will give us another check mark and give us a combo. So a 5 or a 6 and a 2. That's not a 5 or a 6. That 2. So we can use an instant to place the other die on any number and re-roll this die. And I think I will go ahead and use the instant. Change this to a 6. Now the effect is not optional. It says if rolled on a re-roll. This time I changed the die. This wasn't on a re-roll, so that effect does not take place. If it did take place, instead of getting the check, I would get the danger symbol. So that means we can now re-roll this, but before we do that, we used an instant, so we must do a skill check. Alright, no 6s. A 5 and a 2, I think that's good. Yeah, we're safe there. This 5 fits into Strazelsier and the 2 fits into Inzil May's skill check area. So we're safe there, and now we can re-roll the die for Inzil May. Really need a 5 or a 6. We've not made much progress on our tunnel. A 1. That is bad news. That hurts because we didn't have a choice. That's going to give us 2 danger symbols, giving us the alert guard combo. So the guard is going to move forward 1 space. We've made a combo, so both dice get taken back and re-rolled. Alright. A 6 and a 3. I'm going to take the 6 here and the 3 here. Now we got a check mark and a danger symbol. That's not going to give us a combo, but it'll allow me to take this one back, and by reducing this to 5, it will leave me on the green check mark. Alright, with Strazelsier, a 4 or a 6 will give us a good combo. And we didn't get it. Our two prisoners are not having much success in getting out of this prison. Now I could use the instant, then I have to wound both characters. This die would go down to 1, when that would only give me a star and a check mark. That's no good. So I will take this one back, reduce this by 1, and then I'm on a star. Hitting the star is not easy since there's only one number. That would be a 4. So really, a 5 or a 6 would be okay, but anything but a 1. And a 3. A 3 is a danger symbol, and I could use the instant to use another character's instant. And that would be, well, don't want to use that one. I could re-roll. If you roll a 5 minus 3, yeah, that won't do me any good. I think what I'll do is just take this one back because I don't want to reduce below 1. That'll make this a 2. And when you reduce a die, you cannot choose to use the instant. I really can't get a combo here. I'm just hoping to set myself up for the next turn. And a 6, well, that'll work. Actually, I'm wrong. That doesn't help me any. Now it says the effect, if rolled on a reroll, whenever you take a die back in that manner, it's not a reroll. A reroll would be something like here, what actually says the word reroll. So I have a green check mark and nothing. Now I don't want to take this one back because reducing this will put me into 2 danger. So I'll take that back, and again we're stuck not doing a whole lot. But if we don't get anything good over here, we can take it back and then we'll reduce that to put us on a check mark again. A 1. Ugh, that hurts. Well, that 1 is going to cause the guard to move forward again. Not a good start. We've only got down the tunnel 1 space. A 2 and a 5. Not making much progress. I'm not going to use that instant. I'll take this one back, leaving me on a star and hoping for some really good luck. A 5. Darn it. Well, the 5 allows me to reroll if I want to, but I really don't, because being on a star means I only have a 1 in 6 chance of having a success. So I'll take that one back, reduce down to 4, and now I'm on a check mark, so now I got at least 2 chances to make a combo that's good for me. Come on, 5 or 6. No. Man. I am going to use the instant this time to use another character's instant. I'm going to use Strazelsier's reroll. That way I can reroll this one since I'm still on a check mark. But I have to do a skills check because of the use of the instant. Alright. A 1 and a 4. I think that's good too. Yes, the 1 and the 4 are both safe. They both land in the skill check areas. Come on, dice. Stop being so mean to me. Ugh. Well, nope, that doesn't help either. These two are not good at getting out of prison working together. So again, we don't have a combo. Have to reduce. It's going to put us on a danger symbol, which can really put us in a bad area if we roll a 1 or a 3. Well, the way things have been going, I'm going to say give me a 1 or a 3 because it doesn't give me what I asked for. Oh, now I get the 6. The 6 puts us in a better position now because we can take this one back and stay on the green check. A 3. Ugh. Well, let's see. I guess we'll go for the star. We are not making progress. Well, that's 6. I will, yeah, I'll take the 4 back. Man, hopefully we get something worthwhile here. All right, a 1. Oh, we are close to being caught. That 1 will give us another bad combo. The guard's only 2 spaces away from catching us. We need some luck. Inzel May, Strazelsier, you two need to work together. A 4 and a 5. Finally, they realized that the guard was getting close to them, and we were able to get one of the good combos. We can advance and do a skill check, or we can send the guard back 1 space. Well, since we're going to get to roll both dice again, I'll choose to advance. If I wasn't able to roll both dice again, I might send the guard back 1 space, because then I'd have to worry about rolling a 1. But we'll go forward and do a skill check. Alright. 2 1s. That's not good. The 2 1s are no good. Only Inzel May has a 1 in the skill check area. Strazelsier does not. Someone will need to take a wound, and I'll have him take it, because I don't want to put her down to just 1. Well, we had our combo, which means we can take both of these back and continue. Finally making some progress. Let's see if they can continue to work together in an efficient manner. A 2 and a 3. Nothing really good there. Actually, I'll put the 2 here and the 3 here. No combo, but I can take this one back and put us on a star. Inzel May has a star on 4. Alright. And we got a 5. Darn it. That 5 will put us on a green check mark. Not a good combo for us. Not a bad one either. But I think now might be the time to use Strazelsier's special action to spend an energy to combine both dice to use the sum. Then re-roll the other die. So I will reach up here, spend one of my 2 energy available, combine both of them into a 6, and place that here for several reasons. That way if we have to reduce it, it goes back down to a green check mark. Plus, Strazelsier does not have the double danger like Inzel May has, so we're not in danger of alerting the guard right away during a single roll. A 4 or a 6 would be best case scenario here. A 5, not so much. A 5's not so bad. I can use my instant to re-roll, and that will leave this one over here. Or I could just reduce this one and not chance using an instant and doing a skill check. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just reduce this down to a 5. We're still on the green check mark. Come on, Strazelsier. 4 or 6. Nice. That 6 will put us on another green check mark, and we've made another combo. I can advance forward in the tunnel and do a skill check. Alright, now we're making progress. A 2 and a 4. Nice. The 2 and the 4 both land in our skill check area. Now we can take those back because of the combo. And now we're doing much better. Alright, you two. A 5 and a 6. Nice. Alright, much better. That's 6. Oops. And the 5 will give us 2 green check marks again, which we will choose to move forward in the tunnel. Now we're only 1 space away from freedom. We still have to do that skill check though. A 3 and a 4. That's good. That's like the perfect roll. The 3 and the 4 are in both of their skill check areas, so there's no way to not have that correct. So that worked out great. Now we are 1 step away from freedom. The guard is still 2 spaces away, so we're doing much better. So they finally figured out how to work together. Let's see if we can get them out of this brig and to freedom. All right, you two, here's your chance to get out. You can see it. It's just up ahead. A 1 and a 4. Well, that won't do it. Yes, it will. What? Totally psyched myself out there. I was thinking a 1 and a 4 is no good because that's the double danger, but a 1 and a 4 gives me 2 stars. And the 2 stars allow me to advance forward 1 space without having to do a skills check. And our duo of Inzel May and Strazelsier have managed to sneak out of the brig. For a while there, I thought I was just doomed and the guard was going to finally catch up to us, but they really picked it up in the latter third, really, of the playthrough and really worked together well and got out of there. Again, these are the 2 characters that they suggest you use for this, because I assume by their suggestion that these are the 2 easiest to use. As you can see, some of the other characters have a lot more of the danger symbols, so it can be much more difficult, or they have a really narrow skill check area. So there's a lot of variation and a lot of different things that you can do with the game. Also, there was one ability or action that I did not mention. The energy token can also be used for a basic special action, and you can use an energy token to reroll 1 die at any time also. I never wanted to do that since I only had 2 and I took that wound set early on. I wanted to make sure I had an energy token available in case I needed Inzel May to heal somebody. Twin Stars is a fun little micro game. Tons of content in a small package. 12 characters, 6 scenarios, everything's interchangeable. Lots and lots of replayability. I haven't even tackled the syzygy mode, where you guide 3 characters through a series of scenarios. So it's going to be like a campaign mode. It tells you which scenario to start with, and then you can choose your path from there. So there's a lot of different options here. I really have a lot of fun with this. It's really quick to set up and play. It went a little slower since I was talking through everything and explaining stuff, but if you're just on your own and you know the rules already, you can get through a game really, really fast. If you'd like to see an additional scenario with some different characters, let me know. This is really easy to set up and get filmed. So if that's something you want to see and enough people want to, I'll be more than happy to go ahead and do another playthrough. Thank you for joining me for this playthrough of the microgame Twin Stars Adventure Series 1 by Jason Tagmeyer and Mike Mullins. As always, all of your support is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you in my next video.